I want to know what's up.
Prudent Energy Premier League Season 3, proudly sponsored by Prudent Energy and Service Limited.
We have 22 participating teams, 12 male teams and 10 female teams. The teams are Kano Pillars of Kano, Safety Shooters of FRSC, the Defenders of Civil Defense, Seasiders of
Good morning, everybody. This is a PRUDENT Handball Premier League, and of course, the game you've been seeing is a game between Benue Queens and Desert Queens. Yes, of course, Benue Queens are playing their second game in this competition. Benue Queens are leading 3-2. They're playing against Desert Queens, the new girls versus the old girls. And of course, a nice save there from the goalkeeper against the pivot. Yeah, and a goal. And a goal dribbled in, and she scores a goal in that one. Benue Queens is leading 4-2. In case you do not know, Benue Queens are putting on the blue jersey, while Desert Queens are putting on the yellow top with a black arm and of course a black short. That is a 9-meter throw there, and of course coach is out there trying as much as possible to figure it. And of course a 9-meter throw, 7-meter throw, and Benue Queens are now leading 5-2. Benue Queens lost their first game. This is their second game, and it seems they're getting their mojo back in this one. They're leading Desert Queens 5-2. A 9-meter throw in that one. And of course Desert Queens, but then the ball fell out from the hand of the right back, and of course she missed out on it. Yes, Desert Benue Queens with a score. Yes, of course the goalkeeper saved that, and she bounces the ball to avoid double bouncing. Another Desert Queens. And of course that's a 9-meter through there. A 9-meter through, and of course a yellow card for one of the players as a warning for misconduct. And a good save by the goalkeeper of Benue Queens. You can see very young there, but very determined. 10 minutes have been played so far here. I want it like this. Like this. And there's something. Benue Queens are leading, and of course, goalkeeper change in that one. Yes, in handball you can have multiple changes. That is something you can understand there. Of course, Desert Queens, but then a 9-meter through there, a 9-meter through. The defense is actually very tight there. 9-meter through. Desert Queens. I think this is a point where look at the players. Of course, that is also a 9-meter throw, a foul there, and Benue Queens are ready to rumble. Lovely pass there. She almost went off the line there, and of course, she scores. She scores. Anita Ewa scores. Yes, a good goal. Anita Ewa scores, and it's a good goal. Lovely throw. Another throw. And of course, a foul there. It is not a foul. Okay, so the other referee says it is a foul, and of course it's a 9-meter throw just outside of the arc of the Benue Queens goal. Of course, that is traveling there. That's a traveling there, and of course a long throw, and yes. Dorati Inyang just calls that. She scores that. Desert Queens, and of course that's another traveling there. Yes, and the pivot was fouled in there, and of course it is a 7-meter throw. Yes, it is a 7-meter throw, and Terry Simbi Evelyn will be taking that throw. And she effectively did so. Effective, cool, calm, collected is how you're going to describe this 7-meter throw by Evelyn. And of course, there's a timeout there. Timeout called by Benue Queens. Of course, you can see the goalkeeper of, the coach of Desert Queens, not particularly happy. Danlami Aliyu, and of course Mubotobo Eunice, as actually Mubotobo Eunice there that you saw on the screen, and of course the referees come speaking with the officials, the technical table right there about some things, and it shows that this game is highly of good quality. It is still the Prudent Energy Handball Premier League. Of course, you're watching us live right now on YouTube on www.youtube.com/HFN TV. That is if you're going to be watching from your PC or your laptop, or your PC or your computer in the office, or of course on your phone. You just click on the YouTube app and look for HFN TV. On Facebook too, the same thing, www.facebook.com/HFN TV, and you can watch the games live.
15 minutes through. 15 minutes through.
There's a double bounce there. And yes, Evelyn. And of course, what a save! Awesome save, you asked me there, from the seaside goalkeeper Ahmed Naimat. Actually, Daniel Messi, not Ahmed Naimat. A 9-meter through there. Desert Queens coach is desperate for them to score, and it is also a 9-meter through there, a foul there too. To be able to score. And of course a 7-meter through because of a foul there on the player of a Desert Queens. And yes, Yakubu Halimat will be taking this one. We'll be taking this one. We should be able to score. No, she doesn't. She was not able to. She was not able to because Akurajo Queen has scored. And of course, at the other side as well, Ailata Blessing was able to get a goal on that. Another throw, and of course, yes, she missed out on that one. There's a three player, Sekoni Sharifat missed out on that, but at the other side there was of course a traveling, and yes, we should be able to score. No, she does not. Wow, what a save from Queen. A good save from Queen. Queen saved it. Wow. In case you missed it, it's now 10-3. And of course, Benue Queens, they are defending well. And they didn't go towards that was a wrong pass. And of course, the referee has told the fan out there, one of the officials of Benue Queens, to leave the back of the goal of Benue Queens because she feels that she's a distraction to the game, and that is exactly what the Prudent Energy Handball Premier League is all about. It's all about discipline. Yes, and of course, a foul there. There's a foul there, and you can actually hear the coach of Benue Queens saying shift through the ball. Another 9-meter throw there. Another 9-meter throw. Another 9-meter throw there. And of course, a goal there. Finally, Desert Queens, after close to about 20 minutes of playing, have finally gotten a fourth goal. It is now 10-4. Benue Queens, yes, just fouled there. Technical foul, and it is a 9-meter throw. 20 minutes has been played, and of course, about 10 minutes more to go in this first period of this encounter between Benue Queens and Desert Queens. She missed that. She actually missed that. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Ella Anita. And I miss her through. I miss her too. Wow, that is a traveling in handball is something I'm going to be explaining pretty soon. Yes. So in case you do not know it, a traveling handball is a situation where a player who is in possession of the ball, and this is how it is. He may stand stationary for only 3 seconds and may only take 3 steps. Now for just 3 seconds after everybody, but then moving on from there. Yes, wow, what a save! And of course, Dorothy couldn't score against Daniel Messi. Dorothy of Benue Queens could not score against Daniel Messi. Oh, and she missed that. How did she miss that? Anita missed that as well again. In any case, so this is how traveling it is called. This is how traveling is called. Now a player who is in possession of the ball may stand stationary for only 3. And wow, this goalkeeper Messi is now saving the balls. And finally, it's paid off. Their determination to score, I'm talking about the Desert Queens, paid off. And yes, it was Sekoni Sherifat that did that. But the referee given a yellow card to a 2-minute suspension for Benue Queens player. Funny enough, he just called Anita. Foul there, and of course that is a 9-meter throw. If you're hearing. So yes, a player who is in possession of the ball may stand stationary for only 3 seconds and may take only 3 steps. Then they must then either shoot or pass or dribble the ball within those 3 seconds. Taking more than 3 steps at any time is considered traveling, and the results in turnover, meaning right now there's also what they call double bounce, and we will give you that pretty soon. Of course, yes, a player has been penalized 2 minutes. Yeah, that makes it the second player that has been penalized from Benue Queens here. And of course that will be Grace Amogu. And another save from Queen. Now Benue Queens are only playing with 4 out-court players. 4 out-court players. 4 out-court players are only playing with 5. They have 2 of their players on 2-minute suspension. This is a time that some Desert Queens can take advantage of this time and momentum to be able to score. And of course, yes, 2 minutes is being reduced. 2 minutes for Desert Queens player John Blessing. 2-minute suspension is, as the word implies, players are sent out of the court for 2 minutes for some sort of a violation at the discretion of the officials, and after 2 minutes they are then brought back. So as we said, the first 2 minutes is back now. Yes, but before she came, oh, is that a goal? No. Yes, that is a goal, and of course it is 10-6. It is 10-6. Desert Queen player was able to score that, and of course it was Michael Gloria that was able to score that.
minutes played.
25 minutes have been played. Meanwhile, you can also see that there's another violation called double bounce. Yes, a double bounce. Let me explain it to you. When the ball bounces twice in a player square, the person who is in that square is out, usually known as double bounce. And of course, if the court has 3 or more squares in a row and the ball is hit over a square, and the player is hit over a square in another, the person who played the hit is out. And of course, this is a 7-meter throw. Desert Queen gradually gaining momentum, and of course they have one as well. And of course Aguchika, we should be able to score against Queen. Yes, and she did. Very, 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 very tricky there, and that was why Accuracy Queen. Desert Queen 2 minutes players. Desert Queen 2 minute players come out. Yes, and it is getting balance again. It is 10-7. 10-7. Benue Queens. Getting the momentum back. And of course, Dorothy Young couldn't do that. It's actually a good thing that this is an opportunity for youth in the country to be engaged. You can see a lot of youth playing handball in the top tier league, and it's actually very good as well. And of course, it is a goal. As I said, they are getting momentum, and yes, it was Falibu Nasara that scored. And at the other side, yes, there is a 7 meters. Yes, a 7-meter throw. And of course,
28 minutes played.
Benue Queens player Terisimbi Evelyn will be playing this a 7-meter. We should score. Yes, she does. She does that effortlessly. Yes. Yes, of course, that is a foul. That is a foul. A player is down. A player is down. A player is down. She hit her ankle, and of course, yes, medicals have been called in. She's carrying her ankle, and it seems there was a stamp there. It seems there was a stamp there in that one, and of course, as a very important player, the pivot player, injured there. She's down.
Less than 1 minute to go. Less than 1 minute to go.
Of course, yes. Less than 1 minute to go. And yes, a goal from Evelyn. My bad, actually, that is Memorial Grace who scored that goal, not Evelyn, the left back. Wow. And somehow she couldn't just score at all. Sherifat. Yeah. And of course, Lashima Anita was able to score. And of course, that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the first half, and of course, lots of talking points right here in this game. Lots of listening this game. And of course, we have to talk about the fact that it's a very interesting game. Benue Queens are leading Desert Queens 13-8. At some point, Desert Queens were gaining momentum, but somewhat, they were not able to sustain that momentum, and Benue Queens got themselves back.
Lagos, Niger United of Minna, Kada Stars of Kaduna, COAS Shooters of Nigeria Army, Plateau Vice, the defense.
Sponsored by Prudent Energies and Prudent Energy Premier League Season 3. Proudly sponsored by Prudent Energies and Service Limited.
We have 22 participating teams, 12 male teams and 10 female teams. The teams are Kano Pillars of Kano, Safety Shooters of FRSC, the Defenders of Civil Defense, Seasiders of Lagos, Niger United of Minna, Kada Stars of Kaduna, COAS Shooters of Nigeria Army, Plateau Vipers of Jos, Rima Strikers of Sokoto, Delta Force of Asaba, Offline Stars of Lokoja, Borno Spiders of Maiduguri. In female categories, we have Safety Babes of FRSC, Plateau Peacock of Jos, Edo Dynamos of Benin City, Imo Grasshoppers of Owerri, Seasiders Babes of Lagos, Adorable Angels of Ilorin, Kada Queen of Kaduna, Benue Queens of Makurdi, Defenders Babes of Civil Defense, Desert Queens of Katsina. The event is proudly sponsored by Prudent Energies and Service Limited.
Prudent Energy Premier League Season 3. Proudly sponsored by Prudent Energies and Service Limited.
We have 22 participating teams, 12 male teams and 10 female teams. The teams are Kano Pillars of Kano, Safety Shooters of FRSC, the Defenders of Civil Defense, Seasiders of Lagos, Niger United of Minna, Kada Stars of Kaduna, COAS Shooters of Nigeria Army, Plateau Vipers of Jos, Rima Strikers of Sokoto, Delta Force of Asaba, Offline Stars of Lokoja, Borno Spiders of Maiduguri. In female categories, we have Safety Babes of FRSC, Plateau Peacock of Jos, Edo Dynamos of Benin City, Imo Grasshoppers of Owerri, Seasiders Babes of Lagos, Adorable Angels of Ilorin, Kada Queen of Kaduna, Benue Queens of Makurdi, Defenders Babes of Civil Defense, Desert Queens of Katsina. The event is proudly sponsored by Prudent Energies and Service Limited.
What cannot express how I feel. I'm very elated, very happy, very satisfied with the turnout, and I mean, what else can we say? Showing appreciation for the patronage and the custom that we've got from our customers. I mean, we're really very happy hosting our customers.
Yeah, the game is back underway between Benue Queens and Desert Queens. This is a bottom of the table clash between these two sides. An interesting contest so far. Benue Queens leading with 13 goals to 8 for Desert Queens. Great start to the second period by Desert Queens. They have managed to get one back and reducing the deficits to 4. Desert Queens did make a great move on attack, but couldn't make anything out of it. On the other hand, Benue has come close, but she had been caught traveling with the ball before she managed to hit the net, and that goal won't stand. The Queens on the attack again, and they manage to add another. They seem to have come into the second half with much vigor and great team spirit. They look to be playing as a unit and make something out of it. Great goalkeeping there. She managed to deny Benue Queens from closer. She's almost slipping into. Oh my word! She nets that, stinks past the defense and managed to make the accounts. The first goal in the game in the second period for Benue Queens. Now they have increased their tally to 14 against Desert Queens. She slips through. What a way to breeze past that defense and net the 11th goal of the game. Benue Queens definitely needs to reorganize themselves very well to be able to in order to keep up with their lead. Now it is being caught down to 3 by Desert Queens. Benue on the attack again. A great goalkeeping there. She managed to save. She has really done very much better in this second period to keep to keep Desert Queens very much in the mix. Desert Queens now on the attack, set to find a way past the Benue defense, but unfortunately they couldn't. Benue Queens have managed to extend the advantage, now hitting their goal number 15, and on the other end Desert Queens are pushing to yet again closing on them. A 7 meters throw being won there by Desert Queens. Aguchika with the chance to yet again reduce the deficit. She couldn't. Brilliant save there from the Benue Queens goalkeeper. Slips through, but unfortunately she was caught traveling inside the 9 meters areas, and that will come as a huge advantage for Desert Queens to yet again make an attack. Strain ball, but falls into the hands of Benue Queens, and they are through. She sneaks through. Unfortunately, the crossbar yet again denying her. She sneaks in again, but this time made no mistake to struck from such a close range. Anule Janele with such a brilliant effort. The power behind that shot was definitely very difficult for the goalkeeper to have been able to stop. It's now 5-goal lead for Benue Queens. They have clocked 16 against 11 for Desert Queens. Benue on the attack yet again, and it's same player who pushed through to add another. Anule Janule. Janele really seemed to be finding her scoring form. She has twice now provided a very good goal. They are yet again on the attack, sticking through Janule with with this one, and she managed to dive down low to sneak the ball past the goalkeeper. Great pass she received there from Nyange Dorothy, and increases the lead for Benue. Now 18-11. Benue gradually pulling away and gaining a 7-goal advantage over their opponent from Castina.
Ten minutes please. 10 minutes please.
Great shots there. Great goalkeeping same time. The goal stand long one sneaks in, but she couldn't really finish very well. It seems an infringement has been. Oh, the poor challenge there, and the Desert Queen Akwala Bamshe has been given a 2-minute suspension, gifting Benue Queens an opportunity from the spot 7 meters through, but she couldn't make good use of it. Ibrahim Blessing made a waste of that 7 meters throw. Regardless, Benue Queens still remains 7 goals ahead in this encounter. Infringement yes again. It's still 9 meters advantage for Desert Queens. Slips through, they intercepted Benue on the attack, and she could not sneak that past the goalkeeper. She was in through, but will she be able to make that count? Ibrahim Blessing redeemed herself, having missed from the 7 meters to score this one. Now increasing Benue's goal tally to 19. 8-goal advantage for the Makurdi girls. Desert Queens seem to be caught flat-footed, especially in defense, and been conceding on the counter, having made a waste of quite a number of their attacking threats, and definitely need to do better. They yet again win for themselves. A 7-meter throw, great advantage from the spot. Something brilliant effort. It was looking at it was throwing out of goal, but Shekoni Sherifat did score that one. And on the other end, great build-up and a brilliant finish from Ibrahim Blessing. Blessing has yet again, Blessing again has made their count and helped the Benue Queens to increase the advantage. It's now 20-12 in this game. 20-12. Benue Queens still enjoying an 8-goal lead. An advantage front of the arc inside the 9 meters area for Desert Queens. They definitely need to do better. From many chances created, yet again another miss. An opportunity for Benue to hit them on the counter. They did, and yet again wins another 7-meter. This time Takimbi Evelyn has been handed the opportunity to add the 24th goal of this encounter for Benue. Mina Nemat will build spot to deny her, but she couldn't. Evelyn was very much calm and didn't hesitate to send the ball straight into the top right corner. What a disappointing miss. The ball slipped through her hands and she missed. Unfortunately for Desert Queens, and Nule Janule, on the other hand, did made a brilliant conversion of that brilliant counter-attack. Benue gradually pulling away and now having a 10-goal advantage against their opponents from Katsina, Desert Queens. Desert Queens reasoning through, still could not make the best of what they've really created, but gladly once again have a chance from the spot. 7 meters through, and it's in the hands of Sharifa to convert. She yet again misses from 7 meters. Disappointing one. She definitely hasn't rose to the occasion to help her side gain a stronger advantage, but Ahmed Naimat was very brilliant with her goalkeeping, blocking the ball out. Brilliant save she did made there. The 9, Grace Amoran, a chance, but unfortunately Benue still went ahead to convert the latest, and that was courtesy of Evelyn Tekimbi. Evelyn Tekimbi converted that. Great finish from her. Now 23-11 goal lead, massive lead for Benue. Desert Queens seem to have failed to make the best of their attacking options. Slips through, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. However, she has benefited from a poor challenge and has gifted her side a 7-throw advantage. A chance for Aguchika to score, and she did convert this one. Definitely she has done better this time. Sharifat has failed on 2 occasions, and it was just a fair decision, allowing Chika to being done the honor to convert this. A great advantage. She slips in a great pass, well defended, and she was caught traveling and really couldn't put that ball. A loss of possession from Desert Queens has 14 goals now, straight from the wings, but the goalkeeper Ahmed Neymat did stop that. Very fine effort there to have stopped Benue from securing that 24th goal of the game. Yakubu Halimat hasn't really been her very good self in this game so far. She really did pretty well despite their third defeats yesterday, but they now have an advantage yet again. A poor challenge inside the area, and she will look to convert that. Aguchika misses yet again from the 7-meter spot. not the best she could have done. But well, you have to give it up for the great goalkeeping put up by the Benue #1 Queen. Queen was fantastic with that save. She did well. Great chance for Benue, but they have lost possession of the ball. Now on the counter is Desert Queens, but Queen yet again denying them. Queen Akurade putting up an advantage for Benue to slip through, but great effort from Ahmed Neymar. They have finally been able to gain possession of the ball after Benue's attackers were caught traveling with the ball. A chance for Benue, and they managed to win a foul on the edge of the box. Now it's a 9-meter throw for them. They will remain very purposeful in their push to come back into this game. Yet another effort to push through. They couldn't. They have been able to yet again win an advantage in the 9-meter area, but seeming a foul inside the 7-meter area, that gives them a 9-meter throw. A passing play returns. Desert Queen still on rampage. They are keen to open up, and this time around she skillfully converted that one. Great efforts, I must say, for Yakubu Sharifat. She seemed to have converted her best opportunity so far in this game with such a brilliant finish. She well read the goalkeeper very well. Queen has always been on spot to deny her, but now this time she beats her to it, cutting down the lead of Benue Queens. A poor challenge there. Great advantage for Benue to add to their tally, get their 24th, and she sneaks that past the goalkeeper. Ahmed Aminat smiling. She wouldn't have really anticipated she conceding from that, but again they have considered that 24th goal, and from the left wing, Idika Sarah has yet again pulled one back for Desert Queens. Great build up, fantastic finish from the edge, but an infringement there. Benue still keep possession of the ball. They are almost through. Great passing play, but still intercepted by the defense, and yet again Benue are in advantage. A foul there. What a throw! She struck from distance, practically outside the 9 meters arc. Brilliant effort, I must say, from Benue's Ogbe Fidelia. Fidelia did converted that. Slips that into the top right corner. The goalkeeper really didn't expect that coming. Benue caught traveling yet again, and they lose possession of the ball. Straight up pass. Despite miscued, they still have possession of the ball. Benue still on the attack now, trying to force her way past the defense, but they could not really make anything out of that. An advantage still being possessed due to the infringements inside the 9-meter arcs. They remain on the attack yet again. Sneaks through, but they go the post, not doing well to aid them there. But they will have to wait a little bit longer for a chance to end their 17th goal of the game, as a timeout is being called by the Benue Queens side. Great performance so far from both teams. A 9-goal difference open already by Benue Queens. You really wouldn't have imagined how desperate Benue are in this game, having lost their 2 opening games. Unfortunately, Delta Queens are on the receiving end. They have lost 3 games already, shipping in over 84 goals and still counting already. It's a competitive game so far. Bottom side Benue, who are behind, who are just with 2 points in this competition, in this league season so far, after 2 games, are now pushing to get off the bottom spots in their quest to avoid the relegation from the top flights this season. It's definitely going to be an important win if they could pull through. Very, very necessary. They hold on to this huge lead they are enjoying. The game is back on the floor. Benue now in possession of the ball. They are pushing through. She's free. She almost sneaks past the defense, but she was crowded off the ball. But they are still in advantage of the ball due to the foul there. She's in, she sticks through, and she belts that. Great throw there from Benue, courtesy of Amore Grace. Sneaking through from the middle. A 10-goal gap now reopened by Benue Queens.
25 minutes play. 25 minutes play.
It's a battle of the bottom teams. What a goal. What a goal there by Gwa Anita. Gwa Anita did converted that, the 27th goal for Benue Queens, now extending their lead over Desert Queens. Delta Queens now seeming to have an uphill task. They are close to scoring, but unfortunately couldn't convert that as the shots went wide. John Blessing couldn't make the best of the opportunity. Oh my goodness, the ball slips off her hand and they lost possession of the ball. Terran Cynthia without promise. An advantage. An advantage for, oh my word, Benue now on the run. They're on the riot at the moment. Definitely running riot against their opponents. Now 12 points, 12 goals advantage inside the final 5 minutes of the game. It's interesting to see how the bottom side like Benue Queens will be leading. with such a huge margin. Fantastic finish there. She did make that count. Great effort from Sharifat. A moment of brilliance from her, despite a very poor day for her side. They have managed to grab their 17th goal. Great chance from Benue. Wasim, a poor challenge inside the area, has now gifted Benue Queens a 7 meters throw. And Nya Dorothy has been handed the opportunity to take charge of this throw this time. And it will be Daniel Messi that will have to defend this. Unfortunately, Dorothy failed to make this count. She shot wide from the 7 meters. And now the Desert Queens have a chance to sneak through, but yet again Akurede Queen once again was a huge bargain for Benue Queens as she managed to save that. Another timeout being called by Benue Queens. The two teams needed this recess very much well, especially going into the final 3 minutes of the game. Our time is running out for Desert Queens. They are on the brink of suffering their 4th defeat of the season, and that could send them down to the bottom of the log, and a development that will see bottom side Benue swim above them into possibly high if other results goes in their favor. The game is back on now. Benue Queens in possession, and they are also on attack in search of the 29th goal of the match. Great pass coming in from the edge, sticking that one through. A long effort there inside the 9 meters area, but the goalkeeper did well to save that. They're very much in possession of the ball. That's why it slips. They still have the advantage. They need to pull their ass together and improve their attacking, improve their finishing techniques to be able to fight back in this game. Already 11 goal deficits to cover, but they are yet to really show the much needed grit that is required of them to come back into this game. Still in possession of the ball, she almost sneaks that through, but unfortunately the goalkeeper had it all covered. And a long pass from that end, very long range one. Good. As you can hear, final 30 seconds of the game, both teams desperate to really add more to their tally, and a foul inside the area. A great chance yet again for Benue to pull clear. And this thing, Fadon has been called on to do them the service. Dixon Fadon will be in charge to possibly score the winning goal of the match. But can she pull that through? She could not. as that was a final effort in the game. That's bring the contest to an end. Benue Queens can finally celebrate their first victory of the season. A huge result for this Benue side. They have managed to climb up from the bottom of the log and we'll be delighted with the great teamwork they've put up today and managed to condemn Desert Queens to their fourth defeat